You're born in Tanis, somewhere between 1090 and 1060 BCE. And guess what? You hit the jackpot. While most newborns in Egypt are destined for a life of hard labor or just trying to survive, you're born into the royal family. Congratulations, kiddo. The gods must really like you, at least for now. Your grand entrance into the world is celebrated with rituals, priests chanting prayers, and offerings to the gods. Your mother, the queen, is too busy with royal duties to handle diapers, so you're handed off to wet nurses who do all the real parenting. For all you know, the maid is your actual mom. Now, just because you're royalty doesn't mean you're special, at least not yet. Your father, the Pharaoh, has a lot of wives, and guess what? Each of them has been busy giving him more kids. A year after you're born, another baby boy arrives. And just yesterday, surprise, another one. Different moms, same Pharaoh. Here's the catch. Being royal isn't just about luxury. It's a competition. Every single day is an audition for the biggest role in Egypt, future Pharaoh. And let's be honest, your chances aren't looking great. You've got 2 older brothers ahead of you. And spoiler alert, they don't like you. By the time you hit 4 years old, you're shipped off to the School of Princes. Playtime? Never heard of it. While other kids are busy messing around with toys, you're drowning in math, language, history, and geometry. Basically, everything high schoolers today still struggle with. But sorry, no excuses. You're a royal prince, which means everyone expects you to be a genius. By 14, you level up to the real deal: military strategy, governance, and law. And this is where things get serious. It's not just about swinging swords like some action hero. You're being taught how to conquer entire cities with minimum casualties and, more importantly, without catching an arrow in the eye. Then, one day, your father drops an announcement that shakes the whole of Egypt. Guess what? You've just been named heir to the throne. Wait, what? You? Not your older brothers? This makes zero sense. Usually, it's the firstborn, or at least the second who gets the crown, not the random third son. So, what gives? He knew your older brothers wouldn't take the news well, so he sent them to Thebes as priests. Yeah, they got promoted to a lifetime of chanting and temple work. Safe to say, they are not happy about it. If looks could kill, you'd be mummified already. But hey, who cares what they think? You're now next in line for the throne. For the 3rd time in your entire life, you actually see your father in person. He calls you to court, looks you up and down, and declares that you were chosen because of your wisdom and the God's will. What does that mean? Who knows? Either the priest told him something in a vision, or the gods decided you were the least likely to start a civil war. Either way, you're now Egypt's next pharaoh. No pressure, right? School's over. Finally. No more math, no more lectures, no more teachers breathing down your neck. But before you get a chance to relax, your father orders you to join him on a campaign against the Nubians. Oh great, time to put all that military training to good use. You're feeling pretty confident. After all, in class it was simple. The charioteers attack from this angle, the archers from that angle. Easy, right? Yeah, no. Your first real battle smacks you with a harsh reality check. Turns out, war isn't just lines on a map and strategies on a scroll. It's brutal, bloody, and terrifying. You barely survive your first skirmish, and most of the men you were leading to cut off the Nubians' retreat, dead. Just like that. And suddenly, all those textbooks feel like one giant scam. After that disaster, you spend most of your time back at the royal palace, shadowing your father. You quickly realize that being pharaoh isn't just about wearing a cool crown. It's an 18-hour workday, every day, until death. There are no breaks, no vacations, and definitely no retirement. The only alone time your father gets is when he's sleeping. And even then, not really, considering there are always guards outside his chamber and concubines in his bed. Then comes your 21st birthday. Normally, that'd be a reason to celebrate. But for you, it just means one thing: marriage. And not just to anyone. No. You're marrying your sister. Yep, you heard that right. Your own sister. Do you like her? Doesn't matter. Love? Not required. The goal here is simple. Keep the royal bloodline pure. If it makes you feel any better, you're free to take as many concubines as you want. So, while love is optional, duty is not. The wedding? Extravagant. Lavish. Over the top. Food everywhere. Visitors from all across Egypt. And people pretending this isn't the weirdest thing ever. But hey, At least the party was fun. Years later, your father joins his ancestors. He's off to the afterlife, and as expected, his burial is nothing short of lavish and over the top. After all, he was the sole ruler of Lower and Upper Egypt and the living representative of the gods. So, of course, his funeral is grand enough to bankrupt a small kingdom. But while the priests are busy chanting and the mourners are wailing, you have something else to think about. Your time has come. The moment the burial wraps up, the next thing on the royal to-do list? Your coronation. And there's no time to waste. Apparently, the entire stability of Egypt now rests on your shoulders. The ceremonies last for days. Endless rituals, chants, and so many offerings to the gods that you lose count. But at the end of it all, congratulations, you're officially Pharaoh. And what's the first thing you're greeted with? Money problems. See, your wedding, your father's ridiculously expensive burial, and the latest military upgrades have left Egypt's treasury looking drier than the desert. Your father was a great ruler, sure, but he was also a big spender. And now you get to clean up his financial mess. And guess who's watching your every move? Your father's old advisors. They're eyeing you like vultures, waiting to see how you handle it. So you do what any smart pharaoh would do. You raise taxes on your vassal states. At first, this goes about as well as you'd expect. Grumbling, complaints, and whispers of rebellion. But you're not here to play nice. You crush dissent by reminding everyone who the big daddy is. The few disobedient kings lose their heads. And just like that, the grumbling stops. You replace them with puppets who know how to listen. Problem solved. Egypt stays in check. But being pharaoh isn't just about playing kingmaker. It's constant work. You're drowning in meetings, reports, and religious duties. You're making weekly to Thebes, because apparently even the gods demand a chunk of your schedule. You work from sunrise to late at night, while ordinary people complain about their exhausting 9-to-5 jobs. Try a 7 to 9 schedule, commoners. But hey, at least there's one perk. You live a life of absolute luxury. Walking? Never heard of it. You don't step foot outside. Servants carry you everywhere on palanquins like the human embodiment of luxury. And just in case the Egyptian sun even thinks about touching your royal skin, there's an entire squad of servants waving giant fans to keep you cool. You eat the finest foods, drink the richest wines, and wear the kind of jewelry that makes commoners' eyes water. But, of course, luxury comes at a cost. And in your case, daily headaches. Why? The damn wig. In Egypt, wigs aren't just fashion. They're a status symbol. The bigger and fancier the wig, the more powerful you are. And since you're the supreme ruler of Egypt, you get the biggest, fanciest, most absurdly over-the-top wig in existence. It weighs about 9 pounds, and every single day, it turns your entire skull into a throbbing nightmare. And if that's not enough, let's talk about the gold chains. They're so heavy, they might as well be a second job. But hey, they make people respect you. Sure, it's nice to be pharaoh, but you wouldn't mind switching places with a commoner every once in a while. The pressure of ruling is unbearable. One bad decision, and thousands could die. Years go by, and you grow wiser, sharper, stronger. You've learned how to keep the priests happy, so they don't turn the gods against you. You know which laws to pass, and which ones will spark revolts. And most importantly, you've even figured out how to have fun, like distractions to keep you from losing your mind under the crushing weight of the throne. But then, age catches up. The strength you once had, it's fading. Climbing onto a horse feels like scaling a pyramid. Back pain? A daily battle. And you rely on more and more medicine just to keep going. Being pharaoh doesn't come with a retirement plan. Like your father before you, you now have a whole army of children, all potential heirs. And now, it's your turn to make the impossible choice. You don't see them much, but that doesn't stop you from loving them. But after much thought, you choose your eldest son as heir. Now you watch as he goes through everything you once did. The struggles, the responsibilities, the suffocating pressure. And you finally understand why your father looks so damn tired all the time. Then one morning, you head to Thebes for the Opet festival with your royal escort. It's supposed to be just another day of rituals, processions, and showing the gods how much Egypt loves you. But then, chaos. Suddenly, some of your own guards turn against you. Blades flash, screams fill the air, and before you even process what's happening, a full-blown brawl breaks out right in front of you. Traitors. Your instincts kick in. You demand a sword, and the moment it's in your hands, muscle memory takes over. Age has weakened your body, but not your skill. Every strike is precise, deadly, the result of years of war and survival. But there's too many of them. One by one, they cut down your remaining guards and servants. And just like that, you're alone. Breathing heavy, you scan their faces. Cold, calculated, merciless. You lock eyes with their leader and ask, "Who sent you?" He smirks. Your brothers and uncles say we should say hello. Then he drives a sword straight into your chest. You feel the warmth of your own blood spilling out, the world tilting as you collapse to the ground. Your vision blurs, your life slips away. Lying there, you realize your mistake. You assumed your brothers wouldn't still want you dead. Big mistake. But regret is useless now. You ruled Egypt well. You didn't fail your people. You didn't fail your ancestors. Your father, the great Pharaoh before you, would be proud. The Egyptians will mourn you. They will build monuments in your honor. And as the darkness takes over, you know one thing for sure. Your father and ancestors will be waiting for you.